There was a time on Earth, long before the first dinosaur ever took a step, when the planet was ruled by creatures so bizarre, so terrifying, and so alien-looking that if you saw them today, you might not even believe they were real. These weren't lizards, they weren't mammals, they weren't even fish, not in the way we recognize them. They were the first monsters of Earth.
Imagine Earth 470 million years ago. No trees, no grass, no birds, no mammals, no dinosaurs, no humans. Just endless oceans swirling under a toxic sky. Life was young. Life was experimental. Life was wild. The creatures that evolved during these early ages didn't have to follow rules, because there were no rules yet. No competition, no apex predators to outrun, no evolutionary blueprint. And so, nature got creative. Some animals had armor-plated heads like battle tanks. Some had claws like scythes. Some had jaws that could crush bone like paper. Some were over 8 meters long, lurking in ancient oceans that felt more alien than Earth. And the strangest part? These creatures ruled the planet for millions and millions of years, only to disappear long before the dinosaurs ever existed. So today, we're traveling back, not to the age of dinosaurs, but way before them. To the Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, and Carboniferous eras, where evolution's first monsters were born.
Our journey begins 541 million years ago in the Cambrian period. This is the moment life exploded into diversity, a biological revolution, and ruling these ancient seas was a creature known as Anomalocaris, the original sea hunter. Picture this, a creature almost 1 meter long, which was huge at that time, 2 massive hooked arms stretched out like spears, a circular mouth filled with razor-sharp plates, eyes that could detect the slightest movement. It wasn't just a predator, it was the predator, the first apex hunter on Earth. To everything else alive at that time, Anomalocaris was death itself. But here's the strange part. Even though it looked terrifying, its mouth could barely crush anything hard, meaning one of the Earth's earliest monsters was kind of clumsy. And soon, a new challenger appeared. As time moved forward, creatures learned to protect themselves. Hard shells evolved, armor evolved, defense evolved. So predators evolved too. Enter Opabinia, the stranger-than-fiction hunter. About the size of your hand. 5 eyes, a long tube-shaped trunk ending in a claw. If Anomalocaris was the first monster, Opabinia was the first alien. It didn't stalk, it didn't chase, it just reached out with that bizarre trunk, grabbed prey hiding in the mud, and pulled it into its mouth underneath its body. Even today, scientists look at Opabinia and say, yes, evolution was experimenting.
Fast forward to 419 million years ago, the Devonian, also called the Age of Fishes. Why? Because this is when fish didn't just exist, they dominated. And among them, one ruled above all, Dunkleosteus, the armored sea tank. Imagine a creature 9 meters long, armored skull plates like steel, a bite force strong enough to crush a shark in half. It didn't have teeth. Instead, its skull plates sharpened themselves into blades. Every time it bit, the edges became sharper. This wasn't just a predator. This was a nightmare. A machine of bone and muscle, capable of swallowing anything smaller and tearing apart anything larger. If you dropped a great white shark into the Devonian Ocean, Dunkleosteus would win. Instinctively, effortlessly. But nature wasn't done. Because while Dunkleosteus ruled the waters, something even stranger was crawling onto land.
The planet's land surface was empty, completely untouched. No animals, no predators, nothing. So evolution made something bold. Arthropleura, the giant millipede titan. Over 2.5 meters long, armored plates covering its entire body. And the oxygen levels on Earth were so high at that time, insects grew gigantic. If you saw Arthropleura today, you would run. Your instincts would scream. But here's the twist. Despite its monstrous size, Arthropleura probably ate plants. A giant that didn't attack, just existed. But the fear it would inspire today, unmatched. And in the same forests, lurking in rivers and swamps, came the creature that would attack.
So what happened? Why did these rulers vanish long before dinosaurs appeared? 3 things. Climate change. The air and oceans shifted. Oxygen levels dropped. Giant insects shrank and predators weakened. New creatures evolved. Faster, smarter, more adaptable. Life changed. The world changed. The rules changed. And those early monsters simply could not keep up. Their time was over. And only after millions of years of extinction, dinosaurs finally arrived. Meaning, all the creatures we just explored lived, dominated, evolved, and disappeared before dinosaurs even existed. That is how old Earth's story truly is.
So the next time someone talks about dinosaurs being the first giants or the true ancient monsters, you'll know the truth. There were monsters before them, stranger, older, more alien, more terrifying. Creatures that remind us that life on Earth has never been simple, never been gentle, and never been predictable. Evolution experiments, nature adapts, and the world changes, always. If you love uncovering the wildest mysteries of nature, subscribe and join us for more unbelievable animal journeys.